time that we spend here is money lost in the market. So we need to make sure that we keep it short such that we can release you to go and conduct other activities. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to recognize the senior management present. We have the Commissioner General, who is represented by the Commissioner Domestic Taxes, Madam Sala Chelangat. The Commissioner Customs, Mr. Abel Kagumire. The Assistant Commissioner Compliance and Business Analysis, Haji Asadu Chisitu. The Assistant Commissioner Customs Audit, Mr. James Malinzi. The Assistant Commissioner Trade, Madam Irene Molika. I saw her around here. Many are yet to arrive, and I think they'll find us moving. Our program this morning has a few speeches, but is full of recognition and is full of appreciation to you who have stood with us for quite some time under this program, but also to bring on board new members. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to inform you that on board we have 13 new national AEOs. At the same time, we have 5 new regional AEOs. It therefore means that the program is gaining a lot of momentum, because as we speak, we should be having about 139 AEOs. This means therefore that the program is not only beneficial, but the clients are finding it very attractive. Of course, I know when we begin talking about this, the cows will come back home, but allow me to invite the Assistant Commissioner Customs Audit, Mr. James Malinzi, to come and make his remarks. Thank you.
The Commissioner General, Uganda Revenue Authority, being represented by Madam Sal, the Deputy Director, Deputy Secretary General in charge of Customs and Trade at the EAC in Abu Juncture, she is yet to arrive. The Director at EAC in charge of Customs and Trade, also yet to arrive. The Country Director for Trademark Africa, still also on the way. Senior management, present. Our esteemed clients, the AEOs, Uganda Revenue Authority staff who are here with us, the invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to welcome you to this important occasion when we are celebrating our celebrated clients. My name is James Malinzi, the Assistant Commissioner, Customs Audit, where the AEO program, the reason why we are here is DOSMILE. As we drive towards moving Uganda to the economic independence as our aim at Uganda Revenue Authority, We need partners who can assist us to achieve that goal. And in looking for these partners, we don't look far, but we look to you, our esteemed clients, the AEOs. As we stand here to celebrate 10 years of this program. The program started in 2013 with 10 clients. But as we speak now, we have 130 clients contributing to our revenue mobilization to the tune of over 40%. So we did thank you for that. This growth we are seeing in terms of number and revenue, it is a testimony that our clients are increasingly embracing the idea of voluntary compliance, which is very, very key in tax administration. So we want to thank you for that. The AEO benefits, which we administer through so many areas, we are aware that there are some which are not being enjoyed, yet you are supposed to enjoy them. And as a measure, we come up to make sure that we continuously revise this. And as you'll be told, we are revising our benefits and also looking for better ways of making sure that you enjoy these benefits. As I said, that this program is about compliance. We are happy to note that for the time we have moved in these 10 years, we have not had somebody drop out of this program as a reason of non-compliance, warranting us to do a revocation of the certificate. So far, we have only lost 2 clients, and these 2 clients we have lost was due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which caused their parent companies to rearrange their business models, and they ended up closing and exiting here, but not because of non-compliance. It is because of what really happened and which all of us we know. The few errors or instances of errors which were found during our M&E, they are really very minimal. And it is important to note that wherever we bring them out, you address them accordingly without a lot of tussling with you. So we want to thank you for that, and we encourage you to continue doing that, and also to continue checking on yourselves before we come to check on you, so that at least our partnership can move on as it was intended and as we want it to be. As we drive and to make sure that we benefit out of this, we have moved out and entered into 2 mutual recognition agreement with the 2 countries, one being China, where so far has been implemented, and because we implemented this one since 1st June 2023, and during that period to October, we have seen that 57 Uganda AEOs have traded with China, and the volume of import trade during that time was 447 billion Uganda shillings, which is good. However, on the side of exports, we recorded nil value. So there was no AEO exports from here to China, which is really worrying for a country which is looking at a lot of supporting and growing the export sector. So this is a call to you AEOs who are here that as we import those goods and come here, also let us export Ugandan goods to China through this arrangement. And out of this one, as we said, because it's on the imports, we have managed to collect around 85 billion out of this. And we encourage you that let us grow this, because these arrangements work in such a way that if you happen to be in that country, then you will be automatically recognized since you are AEOs here. But if you are not there, then the goods which you are sending the other side with those clients, they will be given what we call priority treatment. That's how this kind of arrangement works. So that's why we encourage you that as their goods are coming to you and we give them priority treatment, we want also goods to move from here, go to China, and you are given the same. Meanwhile, AEO to AEO. You see, we have AEOs. Their side who are bringing in. This one, and once we implement, then we shall also be informing you, but we have already signed and we are just waiting for implementation, which will be very soon. So our dear clients, esteemed clients, we encourage you really to participate in these programs. As I conclude, I want once again to thank you for making time in this rain. Actually, I was worried as I woke up and I saw a lot of rain. I said, how many people will make it? But I want to thank you that you made it and you are here with us. Please let us continue with this partnership as we work together to develop our nation, Uganda. Thank you very much.
Worried about the rain. But I knew these AEOs would make it because, one, they're very interested in the program. Because of the many benefits they are getting, I suggest, but also because of the love they have to mobilize revenue for this country. Ladies and compliance. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me invite the man who is steering the customs wheel. He's a man who has spearheaded very many innovations in customs, one of which is this particular one that we are celebrating this year. Mr. Aeo Kagumidi, please come and speak to your clients.
Let me try to attempt to do the protocols. The Acting Commissioner General, Uganda Revenue Authority, Madam Sarah Chilangat, and the entire MEC. I can see my colleague, the Commissioner Tax Investigations. We introduced ourselves and he had not come. Could stand for recognition. Commissioner Tax Investigation. It's a big testament that you are compliant when you see a Commissioner Tax Investigations amidst us, and the whole URA senior management present. The Deputy Secretary General, she just landed at around 1 a.m. and she's supposed to be here with us. Madam Annette Mtawe, Semwemba, hopefully she'll join us shortly. And the Director of Customs and Trade at the East African Community, Madam Flavia Businje. I think they traveled together, so they'll be joining us shortly. But we could not wait and we had to begin. Our esteemed AEOs, I don't know how to thank you. Every time we call upon you, you're always here and you're always come. The URA staff present, thank you for steering this program. And all the team that we have invited here. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Aber Kagumile, the Commissioner Customs at Uganda Revenue Authority. I've served customs for 22 years now. I started as a junior officer groomed by the Rwabogos of this world. I am now his boss. He's also my boss in some way or the other. So thank you so much for grooming me to this level and continue to support us at URA. And salutations, and you're most welcome to this celebration of 10 years. Now, to us at Uganda Revenue Authority, the Authorized Economic Operator Program is very dear to our hearts because, like I said, I've been here for 22 years. I know how compliance was around 2002, 2003. We were running up and down. It's like everyone was a smuggler. But to get people to come up and say we are ready to launch this program, because this program was started by the World Customs Organization, to see how we can get people to voluntarily comply without being forced. So there was a lot of investment in enforcement activities, tax investigations, running after a lot of delays in the process because no one wanted to comply with paying taxes. So we got about 10 people who said, we want to start this. And we want to say thank you so much for saying we are open to you. Come check our books. And those who are here, we thank you for starting this program. Because it had started in the European countries. People who are compliant, they said, will we find compliant people in Africa? So the World Customs Organization came here and validated those 10 under the safe framework of standards, and they qualified them. That's how the program started in Uganda. And we became a benchmark for the whole continent. I think those who are here remember the 4th Global AEO Conference. The whole world was here because of the 10 who chose to open up and say, come check our books, come audit us, help us on this compliance journey. And we want to appreciate you that from the 10, now we are looking at 130. So as we celebrate 10 years of the AEO program, we need to take stock. This increase from 10 to 130 is a testimony that there is some achievement we have made. In the last contracting I did with my Commissioner General, I hope the representative will tell him, He says, I want you to grow the AEOs this financial year by 50. Help me to pass that contracting, because I'm seeing myself with around 10, and we are entering the second quarter. So by the time I finish June, if you people have not become 50, I'm in trouble. So Mr. Malinzi, do something around growing the numbers. So it is a key program for URA, because the contribution in revenue, without any hustle, without running after anyone, 33% of all our revenue. You think that is a small achievement? Just 130 companies. So you are so dear to us, dear to us. We don't have to run after you, do anything. Filing, DT is here, you file on time. Where do you find such clients who are saying, you people, you are delaying to come and collect revenue from me? At one time we got an AEO, he said, what happened? What happened? This time, this money was not paid, and we saw someone pay. And we said, this is the real AEO program we are looking for. So thank you so much for standing with us. So by the time we started in 2013, the contribution of revenue was only 4%. 4%. So if it was 4%, you can imagine. Now you're contributing 33. And normally when we grow the numbers, we expect that you will contribute more. Now, in terms of the supply chain, in terms of the current volumes that you're handling at customs, the value has increased to 40% of the volumes handled. But mainly in project cargo, mainly in raw materials, and mainly in intermediate goods. We are still looking forward to see someone who imports consolidated cargo and is under the AEO program. It is tough because usually we get issues with those trades, but at least you've done well in that area. Government goods, project cargo, raw materials for our factories and industries, and intermediate goods. And this covers 40% of the volumes of our international trade component. So this gives us comfort, and now we concentrate our efforts on the remaining 60%. Those who are always in the red channel. Yeah, most of the time they're in the red channel, they're in the yellow channel, a lot of scrutiny, and we are working hard to make sure that we reduce that 60%. They get to the green and the blue channel. We just clear you as compliant taxpayers. The recognition by the World Customs Organization that we did here in 2018, you don't know what it has done for us as Uganda. It gave us a right to win the image of a country which is willing to open up and serve. And we have seen a lot of countries coming to benchmark from us. Recently, we hosted a team from Zambia. We hosted a team from Malawi. We hosted a team from Nigeria. And our experts have been going there to train them. So the world has now recognized 2 experts amongst us. I was telling them, why do you recognize URA only and customs? Why don't you also touch our AEOs so that they go around and tell the story of how Uganda has been a success story? But the one accredited of recent is Penina Chirunji and a lady called Karunji. Is Penina around for recognition at an international level? So she just goes and poses around in Zambia, in Belgium, in Brussels. And I want to thank her and another lady called Karunji. Thank you for supporting them, and we'll work towards that. Now, the elephant in the room is how we can enhance the benefits. URA has tried to automate and do everything possible. So one time one AEO asked me, Commissioner, what is it that you are doing? Because RECTS is working well. Scanners are working well. Okay? Everything, it seems to be okay. So what other benefit do you want to give us? Because everyone is enjoying the same benefits that we have. So how special are we beyond the 60% I told you? So I said, when I asked my team, what do we do? This question is tough. There are some things we have to do differently to improve on our benefits. The best my team could do was, can we create special parking for them at Nakao? I said, really? How do I go and tell my D16 AUs that we are doing special parking for you? So we've been crafting benefits. And that has been our major concentration. And today we are going to, the Commissioner General is going to launch the benefits manual. We've worked with you on coming up with new benefits, which we think will support you. But most of the benefits that we are crafting relate to other government agencies that work with us. You may be efficient as customs, but you miss out on other government agencies which are struggling to be efficient. You are doing risk management, others are not doing risk management. They are conflicting mandates. Yet the same container is needed by customs, URA, it is needed by UNBS, it is needed by agriculture, it is needed by almost everyone. So we are looking at how we can partner with them. So under the electronic single window now, we've come up with clear key performance indicators for all the intervening agencies in facilitating our authorized economic operators. So this manual has a lot of detail. We are going to launch it today. Hopefully we'll walk this journey with you to see how we can improve. We'll continue to train our experts, the CRMs, who come to you to explain most of the issues that happen. They've been explaining most of the customs issues. They can't explain the domestic taxes issues. Yet, they should look at you as a URA client, not a customs client. So what we've done, we've said the AEO program is not a customs program. It is an international program. So URA recognizes it at strategic level. And that's why in all our engagements now, the Commissioner General is always part of this. You know where we started. So the Commissioner General owns it. It is part of his performance contracting. And that's how it flows. And that's how we have grown this program. We want to improve on automation. That's why you see we have the AEO ERM project. We are tired of doing manual things in this time and era after 10 years of the program. We've been struggling to get funding. Finally, Trademark Africa has accepted to fund us on the AEO program. They are funding it fully. So this certificate you normally see will be done online. Accreditation online. Almost everything will be done online. The risk management in it will be done online. So the business of Malinzi and coming and the team, come, we want to sit in your boardroom, bring this, we want to look at it, we want it to stop. Yes, we want to quicken this process of certification. And so the project started. We have finished the user requirements. Now what is left is going live. And going live is something being done. The IT language, I'm not very good at that, but they're in they call it the test server before they go live. So this is almost done, and I hope it will improve on your experience of accreditation. So ladies and gentlemen, we want to improve the administration of this program. We want to stretch it beyond Penina, stretch it beyond Abel, stretch it beyond Malinzi, stretch it even beyond the Commissioner General, and we own this program as an international program. The coming in of the East African community is a testimony that EAC is also looking to Uganda to make sure that in the East African community, this is a fully fledged program. Our expert called Martin has always been going to the EAC to fast track the process. Is Martin around? He's another expert now. This one is beyond Uganda. It's beyond Uganda, and he's been doing a wonderful job at the East African community as a consultant on the establishing the program. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate you all for being part of this 10-year achievement and request you to be patient with us. We just need feedback from you so that we act on it and we make your journey better because we've chosen to be compliant. And we know we cannot make it happen without you. We'll continue to consult you, we'll continue to engage you and work with you. I don't know whether the team will have arrived by the time the Commissioner General makes his speech, the team from East Africa and the team from Trademark Africa, but I want to appreciate, oh, she has come. Madam Flavia, thank you for coming. Director, Customs and Trade, you stand for recognition. Thank you so much for coming. She's the lady who signs your certificates at EAC level. So that's how powerful it is that she has chosen to fly in and be here to recognize you. I want to thank you so much for coming. I want to thank you for supporting the AEO program in URA. I want to thank you for choosing the path of being compliant, and that's the way to go. And I want to say, enjoy yourselves. We are celebrating 10 years, and keep with us. God bless you.
Very soon, the Commissioner Customs will be recommending me to the ESC. I better warm up. Things are just flowing. Yes. Allow me also to recognize Mrs. Stella Nyapendi Chombo, the Commissioner, Legal Services and Border Affairs, and Dr. Geoffrey Okaka. I didn't want to talk about enforcement, but it is okay. The Assistant Commissioner Enforcement. Now, AEO enables priority treatment. Of course, every one of us knows. It enables you to choose a place where your goods can be examined. These are things that don't just come. So allow me invite one of the pioneer AEOs who can actually tell us more about the AEO program and how it has benefited them. Miss Betty Chiguli from Nice House of Plastics, you're most welcome.
And head of supply chain in Mulwana Group of Companies. Not only Nice House of Plastics that makes the best pens in the world, but the pens, everyone who has a student today who's doing exams should give them a nice pen. It's the brain behind success. Just a farm diary that makes the milk and the yogurt everyone here enjoys. And Uganda batteries that brought you here today. Everyone has, I hope, Uganda batteries. Because we have this bubble, we have to support each other as AEOs. Thank you. When you're given this opportunity, you cannot miss to market your companies. Thank you. All protocols observed. Acting Commissioner General, Commissioner Customs, Assistant Commissioner, the East African representative here this morning. I would like to thank you all on behalf of the AEOs for partnering with us and making it possible for us to stand here and be proud and grateful for walking the journey of voluntary compliance. Thank you. We are proud as our companies. We have been able to benefit, and I'm sure all the people I see here from the other companies that are AEO, the 10 that began this journey, we are older than 10 years because there was a pilot project which we participated in. The benefits are still beneficial, Mr. Commissioner, and they continue apart from what you are mentioning today. They are getting better. I think they are getting better, especially self-management. That is a benefit that we are very, very proud to be part of, because our goods come from Mombasa straight to our bonded warehouses as manufacturers, importers and exporters. We are able to get the goods and take them to the manufacturing line. You know what downtime means for manufacturers. We no longer have that. If it is downtime, it's something else. So we are grateful for that on behalf of all the AEOs. This journey has had its challenges, but more of successes than challenges, I would like to say. But one of the successes I've talked about. The other success is, and I hope it can continue, when we started as a pilot project, we had our consignment come in 4 days from Mombasa. It was even less than 4 days. The consignment cargo came straight off the ship and arrived here. We are very proud of that. We have slowed down on that to make it 7 or 10 days, but it's still good, but we could make that better. So thank you for that. And you can see that it contributes to the economic growth and development of this nation. Today, I'm proud to say that 10 years ago, or before 10 years when we were in the pilot, Uganda Batteries, JESA, and Nice Hustle Plastics. Nice Hustle Plastics is our parent company, so I think URA talks about it more, and it's our clearing farm, more than the others. But even the kids, JESA and Uganda Batteries, today JESA has grown very much. We cannot talk about AEO without talking about the epidemic. During the epidemic period, we brought in a lot of machinery. We are doing extensive expansion. And we were helped as an AEO to bring in the machinery with the help of the Minister of Finance, but through URA, we got letters of exemption, and this was very good because that period it was not easy to get people. But working with AEO, we were able to do this. I would like to thank and recognize the people who have walked this journey in the AEO teams for the last 10 years. I'm not going to mention their names because they have already been mentioned, I think, in the speech of the Assistant Commissioner. It has been a journey of success. The only challenge we are having is probably in the Assistant Commissioner, the audits. When you said that now you have automated the audits, we will be very grateful because that is something we wanted to ask. You are audited after 3 years. But because we have become compliant, we don't even need audits. But then you have taught us, we have trained, we are even better than some URA officers. Please accept. Accept that AEO, some of us have worked this journey a long time and we are better. So when we tell you that it happens like this, they should not resist or refuse, because we will walk this journey up to the Commissioner General's office or the Minister's office. We will not give up because officers are challenging us. Where we are being challenged, we know what to do. So, Assistant Commissioner, audit, please get your staff together, have these audits done, but give us an opportunity to also show our successes. Thank you. Thank you very much. We have really enjoyed. We are an AEO and a regional AEO at that. So all the 3 companies are regional AEO. What I can talk about today, like I said, Nice Hustle Plastics is the parent kid, Uganda Batteries, and the youngest kid, JESA, has really, really grown. And please do purchase our products, and we have grown in the region. Do not take other products when we are AEO to AEO, please. And I would like to thank you very much for listening to me, and I know we will continue this journey of success, and we'll be more successful, and we will develop Uganda together. We are willing, we are compliant, we will pay our taxes. Thank you very much.
I didn't know Madame Chiguli is such a very good marketeer. Thank you so much for the remarks, and I think it is a call to all of us to encourage our colleagues to join the AEO program because the benefits are quite immense. How best can we celebrate 10 years without really talking about the journey we've gone through? Right at this moment, I would like to have us celebrate or witness the 10-year journey of the AEO.
A team was put in place on the need to have AEO or to streamline the logistic chain. The customs administrations over the world come together and they wanted to secure the goods along the chain.
Discussion began that time, 2007, where we were asking questions, what is the incentive of me being voluntarily compliant without being coerced? That was the beginning of a relationship, a close relationship with the Uganda Revenue Authority, where at that time it was paramount and important that anything that URA was going to start, whether new or improvement, they would consult private sector.
The objectives of URA, first of all, was to facilitate trade, but also we were looking at business-business partnership. Also, we are looking at customs-to-customs partnership, then customs-to-business partnership, and in doing this, we facilitate trade and secure the logistic chain.
This journey from the time before AEO and after, I can segment it in two. At the beginning, it was very difficult to do business using the other systems. And before we became authorized economic operators, you required up to 15 agents to do your work. That translated in how much money you had to pay them and the delays that were associated with dealing with many people. Secondly, there was a lot of paperwork that was required to do the same kind of job that we do for almost no papers now. Thirdly, we have developed our trust and confidence with customs to the extent that they have allowed us to self-manage ourselves under bond and under AEO, locally and regionally.
Thank those 10 people who started with us. We are very grateful. Where there is voluntary compliance, then at least the cost of us collecting revenue reduces.
We've been able to become self-clearing. We handle our own customs processes. So our clearing days reduced from over 15 days to under 5. And also, I think because of the volume of trade that has been moving, our contribution to the collection of taxes has greatly increased. We should be For instance, on average, on a bad month, right now we pay taxes of about 12 to 15 billion, which is probably about 4 to 5 times more than we used to before we joined the program. We have seen volume of trade increase on our side. We have seen our customers happier because we are able to deliver and commit to deliveries within a specified period of time.
As an AEO, I think one of the key things that you need to appreciate is to be able to have a very good compliance record. And I think we do have that kind of record. And that's why we've been in the AEO program for a very long period, I think now a decade or so. So that really makes us stand out in the country.
Since we became AEO, we transported close to, I would say, 500,000 tons of goods since last 10 years. And if you put it in perspective, I would say not less than $500,000 we have saved as far as cost is concerned. The reason being 3 days in clearing, 3 days in transportation, that's almost $1 per ton, you can say easily. So almost $500,000 we have saved in terms of efficiency and cost saving.
When the coronavirus epidemic came, we really came to appreciate this. The movement was very limited. We had not planned for this. We were transiting and growing, and we needed to bring in our machinery, we needed to bring in our raw materials, and we were able to do this without any disturbance from customs, as long as they look in the system, because also it improved the way customs operate. The systems, the SCUDA systems were an improvement, computer improvements that helped us a lot.
The other positive thing about the AEO is the fact that we have a board, a self-managed board. You entrusted us to manage the board ourselves. And this has actually facilitated all our inputs into our production line. You realize that most of our raw materials are imported. So we need this kind of support that comes in. But also our exports are growing in. So we need to ramp up production to support the line. So this kind of support allows us to move in and meet our goals, our company goals, and ensure the growth of this company, which trickles down into the country. Like we've seen, benefits everyone, right down to the bottom of the economy. Everyone is benefited by this arrangement.
As a result of this program, we have been able to have fast deliveries, efficient deliveries, and as a result of the effectiveness of the system, we have been able to have our customers keep coming back, and this has improved on our revenues, both on the export and in the local market. So, yeah, it has been a successful venture.
URA has its systems linked to UNBS, the standards body, and that is also very good for us because when we bring in our products, we are exempted from PIVOC, and we can identify with that came from the program, that AEO program.
As we talk right now, we are celebrating the 10 years, and we are counting 129 members, clients on the program. We want to grow this number to as many as possible. All the transactions or entries, international trade, which are handled by AEO, they contribute around 32% of the total international tax which we collect. Yeah, so that's why we want to grow that one. If it can reach 80%, then at least we can concentrate with the few resources we have on the other 20, because the 80% are people who are willing to voluntarily comply.
I say this with a lot of confidence, and I always say this to all Ugandans. I wish all government agencies were working like that. This country would be different. Where you trust private sector to give you feedback, where we are all looking at how can we improve Uganda? How can we improve this service for all our benefit? We would have peace, we would have productivity, we would be taking this country to another level, and as far as the economy is concerned.
We do consider URA as one of our partners, because in our business, I think without the Uganda Revenue Authority, we wouldn't be anywhere. We do thank you for the cooperation, and as well, we thank the government of Uganda for such a service that it's giving us, and also the support it has given to manufacturing.
I would like to appreciate the URA team that supports us every step of the way. We are able to get support anytime from the URA team, and we're able to therefore deliver to our customers the value they expect us as Power Motors Uganda to deliver.
This program is very beautiful. We just need some bit of integration, continued integration with domestic taxes. I know you are continuously improving your interactions. Kindly engage them more so that at all levels we are able to align our numbers. I'll speak to exports, I'll speak to imports, so that as we pursue our refunds as well, there's a timely interaction on both sides to give us the timely VAT refunds we need to inject into our capital, our cash flows.
Where I see our AEO program in the next 5 to 10 years is through automation, to make it so easy for our compliant taxpayers to be able to access the benefits and the services quicker. So we've already, with the support of Trademark Africa, already got funding for the authorized economic operator enterprise risk management, a system which is going to quicken the process of acquiring a certificate and accreditation of the authorized economic operators. And this system, we know it is not going only to help the Ugandan authorized economic operators, but it's going to help now us to interface with other administrations that are running a similar program, especially those we have mutual recognition agreements with, to interface with them as they do accreditation and follow the procedures under the WCO same framework of standards. So 5 to 10 years from now, I see an automated environment because we've already started it. I see faster clearance for accreditation. I see faster pre-authorization, because after 3 years we go back to do authorization and check whether you're still compliant the way you were when we accredited you. So it will be now online, and so we think this automation journey in 5 to 10 years will even grow more numbers beyond what we have, because it will be quicker and faster for them to apply and get accreditation. And we have more compliant taxpayers, the authorized economic operator.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me invite Trademark Africa. Trademark Africa to give us some few remarks.
URA, Commissioner Customs Department, URA Senior Management Team, the AEO representatives here. I see Haji Jafar right at the start, at the front. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a great pleasure to be here today. It is a great pleasure to see that a journey started in 2013 is now celebrating 10 years. And as we've had, 2012, I was just saying, a journey we started in 2013 is now celebrating 10 years. And we have seen the fruits. We have 129 enterprises that have benefited from this. I'm happy to see all the private sector that is represented here because it is testimony that they are benefiting from the AEO scheme and hopefully from the further developments that are going to come in. But a special thank you goes to the Uganda Revenue Authority, because at the time the Trademark Africa conceptualized the AEO framework with URA, it had not been done in the region at all. So there was nowhere that URA was benchmarking. URA leaped in because, again, URA is not just prioritizing revenue collection, but URA is also prioritizing trade facilitation. So for that, we've been really happy with the partnership that URA has given Trademark Africa and the partnership that URA has with a private sector that is here to ensure that they can also make it faster for them to be able to clear and also transport their goods, exports and imports alike. It has been a journey that is very remarkable. The AEO has now been piloted in other countries as well. But again, as we said, URA is the pioneer. And it's not just for the AEO scheme. We've seen this with all the other interventions that we've had. The electronic cargo tracking was again piloted by URA, and then it became regional electronic cargo tracking that again, as we saw during the COVID-19 pandemic, was very instrumental in ensuring that trade in East Africa continued, because we could be able to track where the trucks are and where the different truck drivers are as well. For this and all the different developments that URA has taken up, we are very proud. As again, Commissioner Customs mentioned on the video, we are working with them to have an enterprise risk management system. The system has already been piloted, and I believe the go live will be celebrated soon. So as Trademark Africa, our mandate is again to do trade facilitation, because we believe that through the economic empowerment of the private sector, we can then be able to work on the poverty eradication and so on and so forth. So our mandate, we're just starting with strategy number 3. And our key priorities, again, include digitization, so that we hope to be able to move from phase 1 of this risk management system onto phase 2. We also hope to be able to help and still work with our partners, URA, among others, to be able to, again, increase with digitization. We've seen this is the way to go. It helps us to collaborate. It helps us to streamline procedures. It also helps us to work faster, to have better efficiency. If we can have the smart gates URA is talking about, and we also just a few weeks ago, they launched their digitization mandate. So we're hoping we can continue to partner and be able to support this, of course, with the backing of our development partners as well, because we do not do this alone. So thank you so much. We are glad to be here, and congratulations on 10 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the country director, Madam Anna Namboze. Right about now, I'm going to invite Mr. Charles Romanyika. He has an activity that he wants to do here. He wants to inform you about, which I think is very critical in the functioning of our agencies. Mr. Romanyika, you're most welcome.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe first to start with thanking AEOs, all members present, for supporting the struggle of promoting humanity. Some time back, the AEOs supported the project of securing the life of kids along Lake Bunyonyi. These were the kids that were crossing in canoes from one village to school, and a lot of them lost their lives. So the AEOs supported this journey, and we raised close to 250 million by buying a motorized boat. We now want to move the next phase of our corporate social responsibility to promote health. And our journey will deliver supporting Naguru, Uganda-China Hospital in Naguru to support the cancer ward by buying a few utilities to make the cancer ward operate. This journey will also, I'd request the MC to play the video for the boat cruise. This journey will also support another OSBP that was developed by Trademark Africa, Ntoroko OSBP. But as we developed Ntoroko OSBP, we realized that within that vicinity, the health facilities are in their need of improvement, especially on the border that has a lot of pandemics, Ebola. People have to be migrated to Fort Portal, people have to be migrated sometimes to Kampala, and that includes our staff and our business community. So we'll request that maybe in CG's speech, he'll announce that and call upon you to support this corporate social responsibility. I'd like to thank you very much and request the team to just show us the clip of what you supported as the MC, my co-MC, prepares the next speaker. Thank you very much.
Yes, as and when the powerhouse gets it done, I think we can proceed in the interest of time. When you get them, you run them. Corporate social responsibility, like he says, is part of our DNA. As the URA, as the AEOs. And we really appreciate you for making it happen. Children can cross the lake with ease. So now the call again comes to ensure that the cancer ward in Naguru is facilitated, as well as some other CSR activities that we intend to do. So we rely on you, ladies and gentlemen, rely on your good hearts to make sure that we make them happen. Allow me recognize the presence of Madame Annette Mutawe Semuwemba, the Director, Customs and Trade, the Director General, Customs. I think I've made a mistake in that. She will have to probably tell us the correct title. I apologize for that. And I would like to use the same moment to invite her to speak to us. And then thereafter, we're entering the session of recognition. So before she leaves the stage, she will also perform for us another small task of awarding the new AEOs under the regional category. Madam, you're most welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here this morning. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank URA for inviting me to this very, very important occasion. There are many faces in the room that are familiar, and for me, it's a homecoming because I still consider myself a part of the Uganda Revenue Authority family. I think 20 or so years ago, I worked with the Uganda Revenue Authority. It's a long time. And specifically with the Department of Customs. And I also worked with the private sector, so I have my feet both with the government through the Uganda Revenue Authority and with the private sector, having worked with the Private Sector Foundation for a couple of years. I also have another foot with the development partners, and for me, being present this morning is testament to a foundation that I laid in starting the AEO program. As some of you will know, and I want to recognize the presence of the Country Director for Trademark East Africa, the AEO program was supported initially by Trademark East Africa, now Trademark Africa. They laid the foundation stone. They saw the opportunity in supporting the private sector so that they could be authorized to be able to clear their goods swiftly from the port all through by building this trust mechanism. So again, and I have a foot in Trademark East Africa again, so it's a really important occasion for me. I want to commend Uganda Revenue Authority for the steps that have been made since the inauguration of this program in 2013 to date in many ways. One, in making sure that the private sector have information about this program. And this has led to the increased number of participants. I want to commend all those AEOs, the companies that are present here and those that are not present, for coming forward, because when a new program is being initiated, you're entering a zone that you don't know, but you came forward and presented yourselves to be the pilot. I want to commend you very much, especially the 10 companies. And I want to commend the rest that eventually have joined the scheme. I want to commend Uganda Revenue Authority for embracing technology. We are in a technology revolution, and we cannot continue the analog way of working. I want to commend for the event today that leads to an automation of the AEO scheme. I think this will further bring more benefits to the private sector that are using this scheme. And I challenge the Revenue Authority to expand the membership. We want to see big business, we want to see medium-sized businesses, we want to see small businesses. We want to see more women involved as members of the AEO scheme. So that's a challenge that I leave behind. Now, speaking from the East African Community Secretariat, where I am now based, and I'm responsible for customs, trade, and monetary affairs as a Deputy Secretary General. This is a very important program for which the EAC has developed a regional approach. We want to increase mutual recognition so that through all the East African community countries, participants of this scheme can enjoy the benefits. We can pledge to continue to develop the regional policies and frameworks that are required to ensure that the benefits come to participants of the scheme, to ensure that the revenue agencies work collaboratively together in fostering and continuing to improve this scheme. I think what URA launches today is a first of its kind, and again, I commend you, and I hope that you'll be the pilot for the rest of the countries in the East African community. Once again, I thank you very much for inviting us to this special occasion. I'm really pleased to be here, and I look forward to participating in the next event of recognizing the participants for whom certificates will be issued, and I commend them. Thank you very much, and do have a lovely rest of your morning. Thank you.
I don't know if it is in order to call back Madam Annette to perform the second role. Yes. The delegation is fully powered, so I can invite the 5 regional AEOs. We have BTS, clearing and forwarding. Please, my camera people, be available because these are good pictures for framing and putting in all the vantage places. BTS clearing and forwarding, we thank you so much for joining this incredible AEO program. Next in line is Jafari. They actually knew the occasion and they came smartly dressed in their corporate wear. We have Lincoln Logistics. Next in line is Lincoln Logistics. Lincoln Logistics, are we here? They probably could have been delayed by the rain. We have True Line. We thank you so much for joining this program. And lastly, we have Simplify Network. Simplify Network. You people are not clapping for your friends. Thank you so much, Madam Deputy Secretary General. I request you to resume your seats. Thank you so much. Allow me at this moment to welcome the guest of honor, the Commissioner General, Uganda Revenue Authority. Please come and make your remarks. The Commissioner General will also stay on stage and admit new national AEOs.
Good morning to our esteemed taxpayers. Thank you so much for coming in big numbers. I want to thank the Commissioner Customs and his team for mobilizing this team. Thank you for coming in spite of the rains. I stand here to represent the Commissioner General, but substantially I'm the Commissioner Domestic Tax. I'm called Sarah Chelangat Muzungyo, and all the AEOs here are our large taxpayers, medium taxpayers, but what is very, very important is that you are our exceptional taxpayers. distinguished authorized economic operators, the CEOs of these companies, officials from the ministries, departments and agencies, the business community here, the senior management of the Uganda Revenue Authority, the staff of the Uganda Revenue Authority, specifically customs, distinguished guests, and the members of the Fourth Estate who make us appear or who make us make a statement that we are really doing our best. Thank you so much, Fourth Estate, for being here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we recognize all of you in your respective capacities. Good morning, and thank you once again for coming. I am delighted to stand here before you today as we commemorate the 10 years of AEO. What does it mean to be an AEO? It means that you really matter in the tax administration equation. You matter, you make us proud, you are our strategic partners, and most importantly, you are an exceptional client. 10 years as a game for us and our clients, for us to trust you AEOs that you can use the green channel, that you can take the goods without us checking anything, means that we are surely great partners in our revenue mandate. The AEO program is more than a policy or regulation. It is a mindset, it's a culture, it's a lifestyle, because it's based on belief that we can achieve more if we work together, that we can achieve more if we trust you. It is based on the belief and trust and reward to our clients that show integrity and professionalism in doing their work. You can imagine if I'm an AEO and in my web portal, if a client goes to browse and sees that you are an authorized economic operator, what does that mean to your brand as a business? I am so proud of the AEOs who put on those branded t-shirts, and they had the AEO brand here. I almost thought they were URA staff. Because if you look at this logo, it says AEO Uganda Customs. You are almost part of URA. So the AEO program has been a win-win for us, and it has allowed us to optimize our resources and focus on the high-risk areas while providing faster and smoother clearings for low-risk operators. What amazed me is having AEOs as clearing agents. You know, initially you would imagine clearing agents are not very straight people. But if you are on the AEO list as an agent, it means that we surely trust you to be able to be an agent for our business and do the right thing. So let's clap for those AEOs who are agents. The AEO program has delivered tangible results for URA and our clients. It has led to efficiency, effectiveness, and reduction in costs. What I picture AEO is going through customs, going through immigrations or customs. Like for individuals like me and you, if you are using the VIP route as opposed to the normal route, in the VIP route, you are taken into a lounge and you rest there. They pick your passport, they go and clear, then they just tell you, Madam, come now here. And then after that, they will tell you now you can board the plane last when everybody else has boarded. So that is really the VIP status that you get with AEO. So if I'm an AEO, I have to really guard. You must guard it and never drop it. When 30th June comes for domestic tax, pay that tax by 25th. Because you know 30th, anything can happen. Because you don't want any dent on compliance. And I liked the theme of today, voluntary compliance, walking the voluntary compliance journey. It is really a 360 degree. So when you stand here as an AEO, most importantly to those who have made 10 years in this journey, it means that both at domestic tax, you are okay, compliance-wise, and in customs, we are also okay. So if you look at the vetting process, it's really very thorough. AC Customs Audit will attest to this. We start the vetting from domestic tax, and we are the ones who will tell customs we are okay here. So we do not expect an AEO to be a candidate of agency notice for us to recover tax. Remember, my MC was saying, Dr. Okaka is assistant commissioner. He didn't want to say enforcement. Because the people here in this house, we don't want to hear enforcement. We just want to hear voluntary compliance. So over the last decade, URA has been working hard to enhance the AEO program and make it more attractive for traders. Can you encourage your fellow traders to be part of this program? We have signed mutual recognition agreements with China and South Africa, which give our traders preferential treatment in these markets. Very, very important. And we look forward to signing more of this. We have also improved the benefit regime for the AEOs, and through digitalization and automation, we should be able to deliver more value to our clients. Today, we have 129 national AEOs, which account for 40% of the value of our international trade operations, amounting to about 1.7 trillion and contributing about 24% of customs tax. Play into improving on your brand. If you are an AEO, questions. So this is an amazing achievement that gives us confidence that we are on track to fulfill our mandate of mobilizing revenue through our agents. The agents in customs are really streamlined. We are doing the same for domestic tax. We may not thank you for being part of our revenue journey. This year, we are supposed to collect 30 trillion. We are counting on you. support us. You saw that you are what percentage in customs revenue? 45. So what does that mean? That we surely count on you. You are the one supposed to work very hard and give us revenue. I used to teach tax, and I would tell my students that you see in taxation, if you choose to just sleep back and not do anything, government will not have anything to tax. But if you work very hard and make money, government will come and say, please, give 30%, the other 70 is yours. So those ones who are lazy, who don't want to work and waiting for government to help, that money is not there. We must all work and contribute towards this journey. So thank you so much, AEOs. We are so proud of you. We sincerely appreciate you in working with us in this revenue journey. The Commissioner General, he has been represented. When you are VIP in customs, you should also be VIP in domestic tax, but only be VIP in domestic tax if you are paying your fair share of correct tax. My colleague in customs is very passionate with AEOs. So whenever he tells me, CDT, this is an AEO, I tell him that yes, even me, this is an AEO. Because you matter. Thank you so much. God bless you for God and my country.
Thank you so much, our dear Commissioner General. Right about now, let me welcome the Commissioner Customs, the Commissioner Tax Investigations, the Commissioner Legal Services and Border Affairs. Please join the Commissioner General to award certificates to the new AEOs. The list I'm reading is for the national AEOs, and I hope the hand clap will be very heavy this time around. The first is Quality Plastics. We want to thank you for taking on the AEO program. Very interesting program. I was actually making a calculation here, and CG mentioned 40% revenue, meaning that if we double the number of AEOs, we shall be hitting the target. Thank you so much, Quality Plastics. Atlas, you should be warming up for the red carpet. Atlas Industries. A heavy hand clap, ladies and gentlemen, for Atlas. The number 10 is very important. If you are created this year, it means you are very blessed. Thank you so much, Atlas. Next in line is Mokwano Industries. Mokwano Industries will warmly welcome you to the AEO program. This is a very remarkable journey. Seahorse warm up as Mokwano gets off the stage. Seahorse. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. A hand clap for Seahorse. We welcome you to the AEO program. As Metal and Wood get prepared to get to the stage. Metal and Wood. Ladies and gentlemen, a hand clap for Metal and Wood. This is very important for all of us as a country, because the more you get compliant taxpayers, the easier the revenue mobilization. Nile Energy. Nile Energy, please prepare to come. A hand clap, ladies and gentlemen, for Nile Energy. We welcome you to the AEO program. Algana, please prepare to come. Algana is next in line, ladies and gentlemen. The clearer. CGDs must be your candidates. The clearer. The clearer, please come on stage. We are very excited. This group even has ladies, like CG advised. You're most welcome to the AEO program. Chagalan, you prepare to come. Chagalan is next in line. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Chagalanyi. We welcome you to the AEO program. Cargowell. Cargowell, prepare. You're next in line. Cargowell, ladies and gentlemen, is coming on stage. A round of applause for Cargowell. Pan-African carriers. Pan-African carriers. Banango bugalo wa Pan-Africani. We welcome you to the AEO program. As Winchem prepares, Winchem. Thank you, Pan African Carriers. Winchem is next. Next and last is Winworld. Initially, I thought it is one and the same. Winworld. A hand clap, ladies and gentlemen, for Winworld. Please come. Winworld. Yes, now before I release the management of URA to leave the stage, I welcome all the AEOs that have been, the new AEOs. Please come back for a group picture with the management of URA. Please come with your certificate, very important. Yes, in this group picture we can have Trademark Africa. Trademark Africa. We should also have the ESC Secretariat. Some of us can come in front. Some of us can come in front. Please make sure you're seen wherever you are. This is a very memorable picture. You don't want to miss it. Let us resume our seats, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what is next. We are almost winding down. Is it exciting or it is getting boring? Exciting. Don't forget we even have cake. Wow. Thank you so much, URA management. Thank you so much, our dear new AEOs. Of course, we cannot recognize the new without recognizing the pioneers. We have some pioneer AEOs. I'll call them out at a later time as we conclude. I want us to right now get to the future of the AEO. What does the future hold for us? What does the future hold for us? Mr. Romanika, please come and tell us what the future holds for us.
Madam Guest of Honor, we have achieved so much so far, but now that is in the past. We need to look at the future. Part of that future is what the Commissioner Customs hinted on, and that is how do we reward compliance? The rewarding of compliance in URA is by way of giving them benefits. Of course, when you look at the AEO banners here, there are about 6 benefits, but even when these benefits have been given out, there has still been some concern. So like the Commissioner said, we undertook a journey to revamp the benefits manual for AEOs. And in this benefits manual, our purpose was to make them more clear, more specific, and standardized. And possibly, this will automatically qualify for ISO certification. Madam Guest of Honor, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to assure you that the benefits manual that we are launching today, the Commissioner General will be launching it, will be possibly among the best in the world. It has a total of 28 benefits. And it has 24 specific parameters to ensure standards. What's the benefit? What problem does it address? What is the solution? What is the legal framework? What is the responsibility center of an office of government? What is the responsibility center of the client? How does the client measure and give us feedback? And how can we be held accountable for each of those benefits? Part of that future, I'm expecting the video to be playing, is that we're migrating from a manual process to an automated process, thanks to Trademark Africa. And this automation journey will enable us to do visibility and be held accountable for what we promised to deliver. This automation will also have a portal for online learning, that even when we exempt AEOs from exams, we are sure they are up to speed with international tax administration standards. We'll also have a self-assessment. This portal will also have, the video is not coming, I don't know why it's not coming. This portal will also have performance measurement, not only for the AEOs, but for the URA staff. In all corporate entities, we are sure, we are all aware of the strain and stress of performance management. How do you look for evidence? How do you prove you worked? How do you deliver on time? So this portal, with the support of Trademark Africa and our technical experts, Atos China is behind there, and our project team is going to provide for an element of performance management. That each time I click a button to deliver on my accomplishment, it automatically populates my performance tool. And therefore, I don't have to fight at the end of the cycle, at the end of the year, at the end of the business plan to prove that I delivered. This portal is also going to have a component of self-health check. Madam Nice was talking about the audit fatigue. And part of the benefits that we're bringing up in the AEO program is to enable the AEOs do their own self-health check on an agreed standards. And if you can trust each other, then you can take your results, your finding to be comprehensive. Or possibly you can come to validate. That will automatically reduce audit time, audit fatigue, and deliver what we promised to deliver. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we consider to be the future of AEO. And possibly when that one is done, I'll join the private sector to benefit from those benefits. Madam Commissioner General.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
So, Madam Guest of Honor, Madam Guest of Honor, So, Madam Guest of Honor, ladies and gentlemen, would like to assure you that this automation will be among the best. We're very sure about that. Because we have developed it from the pains of our clients, from the pain of our staff, from the pain of management. So it has been focused to address the pains. The solutions have been pain specific. Madam Guest of Honor, I would like also to invite you, together with the management, Trademark East Africa, the ESC Secretariat, to launch the AEO Benefits Manual before we go to another program recognizing the old. The Benefits Manual will also be among the best. That one we can assure you. Thank you very much.
Our guest of honor is going to launch the benefits manual. She's performing the action of the actual launch. We thank you so much, Commissioner Customs. Trademark Africa.
Sorry, can we invite some AEOs to witness this launch? AEOs, especially the old and the new, those who can come very fast. Mr. Charles Bolore. Mr. Charles, welcome. I think you're one of the old ones. Please be part of this signatory. I saw Madam Jennifer. I saw Madam Nice. Please witness this one.
This is a clear testimony that the AEO program is here to stay. Thank you so much for coming to witness this very beautiful 10th year anniversary.
But Ethos China is the one, the vendor. It's ATOS, and they are here, and the URA IT.
Thank you so much for the successful launch of the benefits manual. Right about now, we have just two activities, and departure will be at leisure. But before we perform the two, allow me recognize Trademark Africa once again. A hand clap for Trademark Africa. They are behind the system, the new system, the automation. And allow me recognize Ethos China. Please stand up for recognition. Ethos China. These are the vendors. He's right there in the corner. Ethos China, they are our vendors, and the IT and Information Technology and Innovation Department of URA. Guest of honor, please allow me to invite you to perform the last two functions, the last two activities. I also welcome all the senior management of URA to join her on stage. We are recognizing our pioneer AEOs. The list of 10 that has grown into 130. Okay. The 10 pioneer AEOs. We have the British American Tobacco. British American Tobacco. BAT. We are recognizing pioneers now because the foundation of the AEO lies with them. Nice House of Plastics. Nice House of Plastics. Madam Chiguli talked about the nice pen. Nice House of Plastics. Thank you so much for pioneering this. Uganda Batteries. Uganda Batteries Limited. I was making a mention because I knew probably it is one and the same. Uganda Batteries Limited. Bajira bamwe chama AEO. Please don't leave the stage because the next one might be yours also. This is just a farm diary. Now you can imagine all the 3 medals in one house. We thank you so much. They don't fear danger. Roofings Uganda Limited. Can I have some URA staff to help me? Roofings Uganda Limited. A hand clap for Roofings, ladies and gentlemen. Next is DHL Global Forwarders. DHL Global Forwarders. DHL Global Forwarders. We have Unifreight. Next in line is Unifreight. Unifreight Cargo Handling. Hey, Madam Jennifer, you're most welcome. We have Steel and Tube. Steel and Tube Industries Limited. Steel and Tube Industries Limited. We have Sfao Motors, the former Toyota, Uganda. Sfao Motors. You boys should clap so much, he might give us some vehicles. Thank you so much for pioneering this AEO. And lastly, among the 10 is Africa Global Logistics. Africa Global Logistics. Bolore Transporting, in other words, and logistics. Bolore Transporting. Yes, I would like to welcome all the pioneers, the 10. Please come and get a picture moment with the URA management. Please come with your Plex. Now you can imagine nice houses. How will you hold them? Please lend me one. Please come for a picture moment. We sincerely want to appreciate you. Yes. Please, management, first way to go. People still want a picture moment. The AEO project, where are you? AEO project, the AEO team, the organizers of this event, please come and take a picture. You know, you don't need to make your bosses stand for a long time, eh? Please come first. The AEO team, please come running. Let's use the lower part. The team, let's use the lower part. Thank you so much for supporting this program. Extend this way, please. Please push this side. The camera might not capture you. Please push the other side. Come the other side. I'm worried some people are going to be cut out. Thank you so much. I request the senior leaders to take their seats. We have just one more to go. But before we perform the last function, the guest of honor has something to tell you, very important. Very important.
Thank you so much. We are actually at the tail end. Just some few remarks that I want to let you know as taxpayers. Effective 1st November 2023, we are rolling out a new simplified tax ledger, what we refer to as the accounting manual, the equivalent of the bank statement if you have a bank account, or what we refer to as a tax statement. Now, this tax statement is much more simplified. It will have principal tax, interest, and penal tax indicated very clearly. The reason we are doing this is to make it easier for all our clients to navigate their tax accounts and their tax balances and understand it in a much simpler way. So we will have tax assessments, tax payments, and then balances. So the simplified tax ledger has been designed as such so that you can be able to take advantage of the tax waiver or the amnesty, which is due 31st December 2023. We just have barely 2 months to go. You can take advantage of that. The manager customs audit was talking about a self-health check. You can do a self-review of all your taxes using either a tax agent, your tax advisor, or your internal resources. Or if you have tax liabilities that have been outstanding for some time, URA is saying, can you just pay the principal tax? And then the system will automatically reverse the interest and penal taxes. So please come to us, or if you can ably identify your principal tax, go ahead and pay before 31st December 2023 to be able to make some tax savings that will lower your cost of doing business. And then the other one is we are introducing web-based forms effective 1st November for VAT. What does a web-based form mean? We are moving away from the Excel templates that you had to populate and enable microns. That will no longer be there. The web-based form will be a pre-populated form based on e-freeze transactions. So whatever transactions you will be doing through eFreeze will be picked on a daily into this return. So at the end of the month, on the first day of the month, you will go and check this return, download it, and then you will be able to check all your sales information and purchase information. And you will even be able to know the VAT payable or claimable. So it is now that you will just be able to either validate and confirm and submit to us, or if you have to do some adjustments, you adjust and submit. What does that mean? That you really now own your business. You can even do this without the help of a tax expert, especially if you understand your business very well. We are trying to make things much more simpler to make it easy for you to comply. The other one is a separate return for rental tax for both companies and individuals. Initially, we have been having the same return for company and individuals. The business return for company would have some different Excel sheets for rental tax and then business income. And the same would apply for employment. If you are an employee with employment income, you would also have rental. Now we are separating these returns and making it even more simplified. We want it to be more simplified and more transparent. You will now be able to tell us which building are you declaring from this tax revenue, and even indicate the tenants and their TINs and if it is necessary. So this will make it much more easier and more transparent. The other one is the quarterly online return for electronic services. We collect money from online players like Netflix. These days, people just use Netflix, and we've seen a downward trend in revenue from these other mainstream television companies like DSTV and StarTimes, because people now are using Netflix. Zoom communication has become very popular. Google, we have Uber, Amazon. We are looking at this space as potential tax contribution into our tax revenue. So they are going to be paying, they have been paying actually, they started last financial year, VAT on electronic services. When you consume that service, we expect that non-resident service provider, Amazon or Zoom, to pay us VAT of 1.5% of the transaction value. We have now also introduced income tax of 5% of the electronic value to be paid by these non-resident service providers. So for VAT specifically, we have now also created an online return to make it easy, and these people are also going to pay this tax in USD to make it easy, in dollars, not in Uganda shillings. And then still on registration, we will now expect, if you are an individual getting a TIN, we will expect you to put your NIN number, the national identification number, in that registration form, or you can go and update your details and put the NIN. The NIN is a better identifier compared to the TIN. And it's very, very important. Remember, the NIN will tell us about who your clan is, who your father is, which district you were born. That level of precision. We don't want to mistake you for another taxpayer when we are looking for this tax. And then we are also providing for the business registration number. If you are an individual and now your business has a business name, put it there. Again, for more clarity, we want to formalize businesses through having their business registration numbers. So that is it from the domestic side window. We are really using digitalization and automation to make it easy for us to collect tax. We have also revamped our web portal. If you go today to our website, the website is now much more simpler than the earlier one. You will be able to navigate it very, very easily. And so things are only getting better. And all we need from you is to support us and pay the tax within the stipulated deadlines. Specifically, again, and lastly, for customs, we are counting on you AEOs to support us on that social responsibility project that was projected. We want to support the cancer unit in Naguru Hospital. Come and let's do this social responsibility together. We will be sending you specific communication with all the details. I used to teach business income, and people were saying that, how can a business do social responsibility? Is it a human being that is guided by emotions? What we are saying is, yes, this business, behind this business are individuals like me and you, who are human beings, isn't it? And when you give to society, people will have a soft spot for your company. They will feel you are part of them. So let's give to the community that we belong, and health is really very important. Thank you so much. Asante sana. May God bless you, and for God and my country.
Thank you so much, our dear CG. We are coming to the end of the function. But I feel the energy we have, it is like as if we have just started. I don't know if we can keep you for lunch. Anyhow, the last item on the agenda is cutting cake. But before we cut cake, allow me invite the chief guest. She was actually supposed not to leave the stage, but allow me invite her for the second last bit. We have gifts to the following persons. Madam Annette Mutawe. We prepared a very special gift for you. CCD should be part of the team. Madam Annette Mutawe, thank you for all the support that you offer to this AEO program, to URA, and specifically to Customs. She's our boss in this room. The next gift goes out to Madam Flavia Businje. Madam Flavia. Frida, you take the honors, you know. Receiving it on behalf of Madam Flavia Businje, the Director Customs and Trade. And lastly, to our dear Trademark Africa, Madam Anna Nambozo. We recognize Trademark Africa for supporting various URA initiatives, not only the system, but very many activities, very many initiatives of URA have been supported financially by Trademark Africa. Thank you so much. Now, I just welcome the guest of honor. We're going to cut cake. Please step down to the cake area. I also welcome Sheraton. They said they had a surprise something. The Sheraton Kampala Hotel. I also want to welcome the other members of senior management, a representation of 2 AEOs, the East African community, please don't tire. Trademark Africa. We have a sharp prize from Sheraton Hotel. It was brought by none other than the general manager himself. It shows how important Sheraton accords URA. one Pioneer AEO, one new AEO regional, one new AEO country. Please come and join the team to cut cake. Now the person's in charge of cake. Yes, you brought the knife already. We are counting from 10 because we are celebrating 10 years of the AEO. And when we get to 0, we shall cut the cake. Okay. Please hold the knife. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. That was URA. Now we are on Sheraton. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you so much, our dear guest of honor. Thank you so much, our members. I invite the protocol, please. So, in the meantime, as the protocol team serves us cake, let me welcome the crane performers. Crane performers, moja mumaliyo sente zaffe. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for making it this morning. After eating cake, an entertainment departure is at leisure. Thank you so much for entrusting me to be your MC tonight. Have a blessed day.